welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 news, and welcome if you're new. Just filling up my drink here. It is that time again. It's time for a new roadmap. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do the last two roadmaps. See the last news video on that. There's an old explanation on that. That's the news video for the Milton Keynes line upcoming. Well, it's already out now by the time of recording this video. But we are back, so we missed April and May's roadmaps, but we have got June. June is out. It took a week in. You thought it would, I thought because of Monday being the 1st, it would come out straight away then, on Tuesday the 2nd, but it didn't. They made us wait for a whole week. So let's hope there's some fantastic news and some new stuff to look forward to. So let's get into it. Ooh, they've changed the roadmap so you can't see. All these you can see, except for that August one there. You can usually see what's coming up, can't you? So on this one we can't. Ooh, what's in this one? Let's have a look. Right. Huh. No new trains and no new routes. Huh. So why couldn't they put this out next week? Why are they waiting for this week? They could have put it out last week. So, Train Sim World Roadmap, June 2026. Content subject to change. So, arriving soon on the 0 to 3 months. We got 8 items. We got the Thames Valley branches from Incredible Trains. Cargo Line Volume 6 from Skyhook Games. We got the West Coast Main Line Crude Preston from Just Trains. The Tatami Line from Union Workshop. We've got Nuremberg to Argonstadt from TSG. We've got the Freightliner BR Class 70 from All Aboard Studios. We've got the BNSF GP60M and GP60B from iron Simulations. And the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley from All Aboard Studios. I was going to say, is this in line in how they're coming out? But it can't be, because the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley, when this roadmap came out, was coming out a day after. I think it was. So and then I think after that it's the West Coast Mainline Crude Preston, because there's a preview stream coming out for that at some point in this week, I think, on both Just Trains, and then I think later on the DDG one. So no, it would be nice if they put in order of when they're coming out, or when they think they're going to be able to come out. Improvements. Blurred text. Oh no, sorry. Further down the line, release date to be confirmed. Well, to be honest, the arriving soon is to be confirmed as well, but it's just 0 to 3. There's still not a confirmed date, really, is there? We got the BNSF Snoot Nose SD40-2 from Hadamivic Productions. We've got the Lisbon to Studball from Virtual Via 360. We've got the Southern Pacific Hayden branch from iron Simulations. We've got the Raylan Nars Barn from Foles World. We've got Crambian Coast Carlisle to Whitehaven from Just Trains. We've got the Nicotar Barn Hardenberg to Niklas from TSG, and the DBBR 420 from TSG. So again, I apologise if I pronounced any of that wrong. Improvements, blurred textures and optimizations, PS5 add-on mounting support, the London North London Line Richmond extension, and Class 90 improvements. So, hello and welcome to the TSW 6 June 2026 roadmap. And then it just says what the roadmap entails. We all know that by this time, don't we? But if you are new, these roadmaps are a monthly check-in with updates and upcoming content, details on further improvements, and game conversation with our development partners. Get ready for a range of good updates this month, including the first look at screenshots of the Freightliner Class 70 and West Coast MLA wagons coming from Audible Studios, and details of the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley releasing tomorrow, as this article came out a day before the Trent Valley came out. We also have new details from Ion Simulations and Incredible Trains on their active projects, as well as Just Trains and TSG. We'll also be providing some insights on our progress with improvements to the core software and throughout from our latest patches, including a rough timeline from our next 3 updates across June. And it's just saying about the live stream roadmap, map with Senior Community Manager Alex. If you missed that, then you can catch that on YouTube and listen to everything what's said in there. So upcoming releases: West Coast Mainline Trent Valley Milton Keynes to Crew releasing tomorrow, June 9th. That's already gone. Strap in and prepare to tear up this 108-mile high-speed thrill ride in what is the longest UK route ever produced for Train Sim World, courtesy of Audible Studios, releasing tomorrow, June 9th, 2026 from 9 AM UTC on consoles, 3 o'clock UTC on Epic Games, and 5 o'clock UTC on Steam. Now, I've seen stuff come out on Steam early. Why is it always 5 o'clock for us Steam players? Because I've seen other games release on Steam before 5 o'clock. So why is it always 5 o'clock for Train Sim World? Why are consoles always getting it at 9 o'clock in the morning? Why can't they do midnight releases? They're doing other games. And then we have to wait all the way till 5 o'clock. Watch our West Coast Mainline Trent Valley preview live stream joined by the Audible Studios team and learn more about the new add-on below. So you have Matt, Jan, Dan and Kieran. That is on YouTube. Go check that out. Speed was built into the Trent Valley line since its inception back in September 1847. It opened to provide a more direct route from London to the northwest of England, completely bypassing Birmingham. It initially ran with limited local passenger and goods trains in October before opening to all the through traffic by early December of that year. They're just going over what was in the article. As you can see there, West Coast Mainline Trent Valley. So I don't know why they're just rehashing that with the same stuff, with the same pictures, screenshots. Yeah, it's just everything that we've already showed on the news feed. Yes, I am recording this 17 hours after Train Sim World 6 came, the news roadmap came out, but because I've got other videos already lined up, this video is coming out on the Monday afterwards. So yeah, that was all done in. Go check out my. I'm not going to waste time because I don't want the video. These news videos are typically long anyway, so I don't want these news videos being extra long. So check out my West Coast Mainline Trent Valley news, TSW news video that I done on that. So content up ahead. Freightliner Class 70 and West Coaster MLA wagons from All Aboard Studios. So this is from All Aboard. Oh, one thing I would like to say about this, I made some route suggestions that All Aboard Studios could do after they finish this. I know they're doing the Class 70, but what their next route, I did make suggestions of maybe going from like Crewe to North Wales. I also made the assumption that they could go from Birmingham down to Milton Keynes Central. I think that's where the Birmingham line joins in from. Or it could join in at Rugby, I don't know. But they could add that missing part of the West Coast Main Line. I suggested they could go north and do an updated versions of the routes that Just Trains are doing. But when I was thinking about it afterwards, I was thinking maybe they could go in another direction. Still coming from the West Coast Main Line. They could do Birmingham to Derby. Or they could do Crewe to Derby. So yeah, they could do that. I think all the trains that are needed are already in the game, so they wouldn't have to make any new trains. They wouldn't be able to use EMR, of course. It would have to be EMT. unless they can get the EMR license. They got cross country as well, so that's fine. They could do they can use the 220. I know it's the 221 that goes from between Derby and Birmingham, but they can use the 220. You got the 170 cross country as well that goes along that route. I think they're the only two trains that go along there. And then the crew to Derby. I'm not sure. Are they? I think they're using 170s now. But of course, that's EMR. But they could do 170s and put in a EMT livery, couldn't they? I know, not exactly correct, but that is one way to get around it. Or they can do an unlicensed EMR over on that route, you know? But I don't think they'll do that because it wouldn't look that good at Derby, would it? When you route hop and then your train turns into something else. But, you know, they can do a fictional EMT livery 170. So that's just two other suggestions of what they could do. And it continues lines into Crewe, don't it? Or Birmingham, routes that they've, worked on. There is a circle line on Birmingham as well. That goes through Birmingham. I showed it ages ago on the Birmingham map when I was doing the cross city route. It kind of does a loop kind of thing. It's another idea that they could do. Anyway, let's see what All Aboard Studios have to say about this Freightliner Class 70 and West Coast MLA wagons. All aboard, it's time for our first detailed deep dive into the BR Class 70 Freightliner loco and its powerful haul of a deep dive into what will release with the add-on. Built by General Electric Transportation and introduced from 2009, the Class 70 brings modern freight muscle to the game. Delivered in Freightliner's striking power haul livery, this locomotive stands out on the network with its bold eye-impact design and unmistakable presence. With 3,700 horsepower on tap and built for heavy haul duties across intermodal and a great aggregate flows, it's a machine designed to perform, and it feels every bit as strong from the driver's seat. From long intermodal consists to heavy engineering trains, the Class 70 is built to keep things moving under pressure. Paired with the Class 70 locomotives are the West Coast MLA wagons, adding to a whole new layer to freight gameplay. Designed for ballast, aggregate and engineering materials, these wagons take you beyond standard runs and into the world of real railway operations, from day one workings to complex procession moves. Whether you're delivering materials into a worksite or clearing spoils from engineering works, the MLA wagons being a more hands-on operation feel to freight. And you can see the it looks good. It looks really good, doesn't it? You can't argue that. Wonder what routes it will actually go on to for its scenarios and that, and which other routes it will layer onto. Be interesting to see. I don't know. Let's see if they say it on here. And then you got the I'm pushing the wrong ones, aren't I? Then you got the wagons here as well. I think I've seen these wagons in real life. Pretty sure I have. So yeah, you got inside. So we've got more right in here. And we've got the inside of a cab here. I think that's near Crewe, I think. So maybe they'll be doing it for their Birmingham to Crewe route. This is all about variety across multiple timetables. Oh, okay. With over 100 drivable services available on release. You'll get stuck into 41 of these services on West Coast Mainline Trent Valley, operating a variety of intermodal JNA and MLA wagon runs, with even more across London, Euston to Milton Keynes and Birmingham to Crewe, Evero timetable only, which makes sense as that's the most up-to-date timetable. There's also additional gameplay on the upcoming Thames Valley branch from Incredible Trains, that's good, with the Class 70 also set to substitute into the North London line upon the extension release, giving the Class 70 a strong presence across multiple routes. Find out more on these two add-ons further on the roadmap. So that's great. That will be also on upcoming routes. Like I said, the Thames Valley branch from Incredible Trains and the North London line upon the extension release. But where will the scenarios be set? Because it ain't said where the scenarios be set on. There you see you got the driver's cab there as well. Just offset from the driver's seat. However, the gameplay major highlights is a brand new timetable for Skyhook Games' excellent Midland Mainline route. Oh, new timetable, okay. Derby, Nottingham to Leicester. Expect more freight, more traffic, and more to do with added services and extra layers, including the Class 220 Voyager and Class 170 to bring the route to life. A further 20 plus Class 70 services are drivable on this brand new timetable. Oh, fantastic. I've been asking for this. I've been asking for the Class 220 Voyager and the Class 170 to be layered on to the Midland Main Line. And you've all heard me say it in previous news videos and roadmaps. So that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. And I'll probably get this train first before the West Coast Main Line, Trent Valley, because the Trent Valley is a bit on the expensive side, and I am trying to save up to get Bus Sim 27 as well, the deluxe pack, which with early access I'll be able to play one day after my birthday. So yeah, looking forward to that. So I've got to try and save the money for that. But this, knowing that with this we will get a new timetable, which includes layers for the Class 220 and the 170 cross-country trains, will be a more priority. That is amazing. That makes up for, or nearly makes up for, no new announcements this month. The Class 220 Voyager will be AI only. There are no services you can run because it comes from Birmingham and then goes out to Scotland. So that will be AI only. But the Class 170 will be AI coming from Birmingham into Derby, and then you'll be able to take over and drive it between Derby and Nottingham. And I think there will be an AI service of the 170 into Leicester. Excuse me. I remember seeing 170 cross country in Birmingham. Leicester, but I can't remember its stopping pattern. There might be one stop it may stop at on the line before it turns off. But yeah, it'll either be AI from Leicester or it will have at least one stop up the line, then into AI. So brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm pleased with that. You also take on 8 engaging scenarios, including engineering works at Derby, where precision shunting, tight movements, and busy processions put your skills to the test. Add in triple header runs and nighttime operations, along with arrogant loading at Monstrel, whether in timetable mode or the scenario, there's plenty to master. So, that is brilliant. The scenarios will be for the MML. That is fantastic. I really thought the scenarios would be for the Trent Valley or the Birmingham to Crewe, or a mix between those two. But the fact that the scenarios will be for, it looks like it's going to be for the Midland Main Line, is absolutely fantastic and breathes new life into that line. Oh, that is amazing. Powerful, versatile, and Packed with gameplay, the Class 7E and MLA wagon is set to deliver one of the most varied freight experiences yet, and we'll have more to show very soon. Oh, brilliant, fantastic. So then we've got the West Coast Mainline Crew to Preston from Just Trains coming soon. This is something that I wish I could be more happy about along their routes, but it's all set in the 80s. I was just a wee baby in the 80s and toddler, my early kiddie years, as I was born in 83. If we were going backwards in time, I'd have liked to have seen more early, mid, late 90s, because that's more my era, growing up with the trains. The reason I love trains so much is because of my stepdad. He worked on the railways out of London, Victoria. So we got the West Coast Mainline Crew to Preston from Just Trains. This, again, I will get these routes at some point, but when they are at a discount, I think I'll be getting these when I'm able to get them. So Just Trains share their final development, and I do have the Blackpool route, which is absolutely amazing. But yeah, Just Trains share their final development update for Crew to Preston as we build towards release. Diving into of the timetable and showing a full time-lapse video. That don't make sense. Does no one proofread these articles before they come out? Diving into of the timetable. Really bad. This is from JT. From high-speed intercity express services between Euston and Glasgow to the mundane 45 miles per hour loaded MGR workings, you'll find it all in our Crew to Preston timetable. From Crew, where you'll see comings and goings from the various depots and yards broken up by regular stopping expresses, while non-stop trains roar through the station at high speed. The hustle and bustle of this railway centre is well captured, with all 6 approaches having their own unique services. Not only do you see the services from the West Coast Main Line, but you'll also see other local hauled services should you own the required stock. Behind Crew Station, you'll regularly see and hear Freightliner trains as they scatter beneath the West Coast Main Line via the independent line tunnels. If you're really lucky, you might even see a Class 47-3 climbing up the bank to head the Freightliner service to Holyhead. Fancy a bit of light-hearted train spotting? Away from the stations such as Crew, we have provided a number of extra spawn points aimed solely at train spotting, including Winwick Junction, Goulburn and Weaver Junction. From each of these vantage points, you'll be able to sit and while away this time as the West Coast Main Line of 1986-87 unfolds before your eyes. If only the smells of hot oil and exhaust could accompany such sights. I've got to say, the pictures look phenomenal, but then I wouldn't expect anything less from JT. Fancy something totally different? We've got you covered. Try some of the more wacky workings. We've got the early morning Class 08 fuel swap from Preston Ladywell sidings to Wigan Springs branch for anyone wanting to drive a cronk on the West Coast Main Line for a prolonged distance. A full track bash rail tour is also included with a timetable for those who own Preston to Carlisle and Crew to Preston. This working lasts around 12 hours and visits each of the branch lines and terminals, of which there are many. Enjoy this time-lapse footage showing the timetable that is included with the Crew Preston route. This fully featured timetable sees us recreate the West Coast Main Line and its surrounding branches as they appeared during the 1986-1987 working timetables and trip notices. How long is this? 4 minutes 30. We'll come back to this to end the video, and I will stop it at various points if I notice stuff. We'll show more information soon, and for those looking for details on the entire development process so far on the Just Trains West Coast Mainline Crew to Preston blog. All those of you who love diving into the specific and history, Just Trains have also shared a full West Coast Mainline Crewe to Preston route manual you can now view online on their website. BNSF GP60M and GP60B loco from Iron Simulations coming soon. This is something that we don't care about, so we will skip this. As well as the Southern Pacific Ore Lines Hayden branch from Iron Simulations. It does look alright, nothing to complain about by the looks of it. But screenshots can be deceiving. But yeah, that's alright. Just not my cup of tea. So now we've got the Thames Valley branches from Incredible Trains. Now, when I read this and done the video that I was trying to record last time for last month's roadmap, I did say I was disappointed. I was happy about the routes, but I was disappointed that it's not connected to the main line. I think these should be extensions, not separate routes. We announced Thames Valley branches from the Incredible Trains during the May 2026 roadmap, which covered some basic information on the branches and the stations across the route. Today we're thrilled to have even more information from Incredible Trains, but this time it's from the Thames Valley branches. Johannes has an in-depth update on the route development, so let's jump right in. I do like this. You can see the picture here. I think it's near Heathrow, and I don't know if they're taking off or landing, but you've got two planes here following the same route path. Normally on a lot of Train Sim World game routes, you can hear planes, but you can't see them unless you're doing an airport run or you're near an airport. But so it's good to see that they've got the planes here because it is near Heathrow. So yeah, it's good to see them there. Again, it does look amazing. As development on the Thames Valley branches continues, I wanted to highlight some of the features and technologies that are helping make one of the most immersive projects I've worked on for Train Sim World. Well, it's only your second project really, isn't it? From the very beginning, the focus from this project has been authenticity, atmosphere and detail. Authenticity. Do apologise. Most immersive project I've worked on for Train Sim World. Well, it is your only second one. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but technically, I know you're doing the update for the North London line, but technically it's still only your second project. So it's not like it makes it sound like that they've done loads already. No disrespect to it, I'm just saying. It's a lovely screenshot here as well. You've got the two planes as well, following the same flight pattern as it goes over Windsor. That must be a lovely view looking down and seeing Windsor Castle there. I've only been on a plane twice, and that was last year when I went on holiday with my best friends, going down towards the south of France, and on the way back, although on the way back we went via Portugal, we flew over Portugal. A major design decision was to develop the Windsor, Henley and Marlow branches as three independent, self-contained lines, because these services on these branches naturally operate independently. Connecting them through the Great Western Main Line would not have significantly expanded gameplay possibilities and would instead have recreated gameplay already available on the Great Western Express. Yeah, but we wouldn't have minded that. Wouldn't have minded that at all. Whether it was the Great Western Main Line with these three add-ons as a separate thing to the Great Western Main Line we've got already, or these add-ons were added, even if they was added as an extension to the game we've got already, the route we've got already, and they added them at three separate times, like say 3 different times within the month, just so we can get the smooth running, I would have been happy with that. I mean, they say naturally operate independently, but I swear you can go from Paddington to Windsor. I'm sure you can. And it would have made it a lot easier, especially for content creators, when you're travelling from one place to another and you're switching routes. So say you wanted to go from Paddington to Marlow, It would have been so easier to travel from Paddington, get off the train, and then get on the next one. Or even if they sat as a passenger on the train to where their service was stopped, it would have been so much easier. Or coming up from Reading to Marlow or Henley or Windsor, and then getting off and getting the train, or driving up there and then getting off and then swapping trains and then going to those destinations, or starting on those destinations from Windsor, Halo, Marlow, coming onto the main line and getting the train to wherever you want to go. It would have been like really, really good. Incredible Trains did it. I think it's Incredible Trains who done the Tunbridge route. They added the network section of the Southeastern High Speed. They added it, even though it had already been in game. They added it, so it would have been nice. And I'm sure, knowing what we know about the North London line and the great things that no, this is Incredible Trains, isn't it? Yeah, this is Incredible Trains. Whoever it was that made the Tunbridge line, I forget their name, I do apologise. But yeah, it would have been so much better if it was connected to the main line. Doesn't matter that it's already been there, you would have added your own bits to it. I'm sure you'd have updated the foliage or whatever and added your own bits to it. And it would have been amazing. Or whether you just add it as extensions to the existing route, which would have been great as well. So yeah, that was a huge disappointment for me, knowing that they will be separate. By separating the branches, I was able to dedicate far more of the available performance budget towards scenery density, environmental details, and route immersion. I'm sure it wouldn't have made that much of a difference, especially if you was adding it on to the existing. I keep going to say West Coast Main Line, but it ain't, isn't it? It's not. The Great Western Express route. Operationally, the route offers a varied and realistic timetable. Windsor services operate every 20 minutes. Henley services run every 30 minutes. Marlow services run hourly, increasing to every 30 minutes during peak times. Every service starts and finishes within the respective branch itself, accurately reflecting real-life operations. Again, I'm sure that there's a service from Paddington to Windsor. I could be wrong, but I'm sure I've seen it when I was at Paddington, like in real life, if I'm not mistaken. And hopefully the 165s will they'll layer it into the Great Western Express remastered route and replace the 166s that are standing in for them. One of the most exciting additions is the implementation of the fully interactable token system on the Marlow branch. That's good. Looking forward to that. The features recreate the authentic workings practices on the line and introduces a complete unique gameplay element rarely seen in Train Sim World. I don't think it's actually seen in Train Sim World, is it? It's a first. A huge amount of development time has also gone into environmental immersion. For the first time in TSW, most houses across the route use parallax window technology to simulate detailed 3D interiors. This significantly enhances visual depth and transforms our town's residential areas look during night operations. That's actually quite good. I think that's what Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator uses, so you can see in the windows and see 3D inside, instead of just like what looks like a picture and it looks unrealistic. So that's really good. Look forward to seeing that. And the house, if you look at the houses, still look different. They're unique. They don't look like they're not all the same. This garden right in front here, like closest to the bottom, that looks about as overgrown as my garden. Although I think mine's a bit worse, and I don't have a shed. Really need someone to come do that garden for me, but I can't afford it. And I'm not able to do it myself due to health reasons. Not that the council care. This route world is also filled with an animated and reactive detail, including moving river traffic and pigeons that scatter as trains or players approach. Oh, wow. That is amazing. Beyond that, there has been a strong emphasis on real-world authenticity through carefully recreated road signage and realistic local bus branding throughout the map. Again, amazing. Why can't DDG do that? This is one person making this. Just one person. So why is it that DDG, with all their people, can't do that? The goal with all these features is to make the route feel believable and lived in, not simply visually accurate. Oh, you got a Thames Valley bus there. It's a police van for British Transport Police in the end at the back there. I'm not sure which route. I think this is on the West Coast Main. West Coast Main Line. This is on the Great Eastern Main Line. Great Eastern? Great Western Main Line. I do apologise. I think that could be Telford, maybe. I'm not sure. It's not on one of the branch lines because look, you've got other platforms there. They wouldn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 platforms at the other end of the branch line there. So this is the start of the branch line going onto the branch line. I can't make out what route it is. Well, that station. It's a nice station, isn't it? A nice station building. But I couldn't tell you. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. The project has continued to make excellent progress with ongoing work centered around polishing the route experience and refining the many smaller details across all 3 branches. I can't wait to show you more of what's been coming together. Now that we've finished sharing the latest of the Thames Valley branches, let's hear more about Incredible Trains' continued work on the North London Line extension. So, North London Line Richmond extension from Incredible Trains. Onto Incredible Trains. Johannes has provided an update on the upcoming North London Line extension, including information on performance optimizations on the route to improve frame rates for the original route as well as the extension. On PC, on my PC anyway, and I don't have a great PC to be honest with you. It's not like top notch. It does the job. I would rate it's about a medium on the scale, but the North London Line runs fairly good for me, I have to say. I've done a run up to Stratford, and it ran pretty well for me, to be honest with you. So, work on the Richmond extension has been progressing extremely well, and the project is now in a very strong state overall. Over recent months, a significant amount of development time has been dedicated not only to the extension itself, but also to improving the experience across the existing route as a whole. A major focus has been performance optimization. Extensive work has been carried out to improve overall frame rates throughout both the original route and the extension, alongside a large number of texture memory optimizations aimed at addressing blurry texture issues and improving visual consistency during gameplay. There's an underground route that has a bridge quite like that, but I can't think of where it is. Unless the underground shares this route. Oh, it's shared as part of this line anyway, I'm not sure. But I remember on TSC doing an underground line route and it having a bridge quite similar to this, unless there's quite a few bridges like this that goes across the Thames like this. It's funny that he's worked on 2 routes that go over the Thames. This one, the extension, of course, that goes over the Thames, and the Thames Valley branch is about 2 different points in London. The improvements have allowed the route to maintain its high-level environmental detail while also delivering a noticeable, smoother and more stable experience overall. I hope he does the extension to Clapham Junction as well. That would be amazing. I'm also very pleased to confirm that the TfL Transport for London has kindly provided access to the original announcement audio files for both the Class 378 and the station announcement system. That is amazing. That will give us proper real life announcements for the 378 and the stations. That's fantastic. As a result, the Richmond extension will feature authentic, officially licensed TfL train and station announcements throughout the route. Thank you, TfL. I would like to see the alternative paint job for the 378. I mean, this is the old paint job. I would like to see the newer paint job, which is more, I think it's more orangey. I think more black and orange. I think. I need to have a look. I'm just going to have a quick look on my phone. So, Class 378. Yeah, so there's the difference being is at the front of the cab you've got an orange stripe coming down the sides, like a thick orange stripe coming down the sides. The doors are a darker shade of orange, and the black that you see around the windows, that goes up towards the orange stripes as well. And the orange stripe at the bottom of the cab doesn't go all the way around, that goes up, and then you've got a separate orange stripe that goes along the bottom. And the numbering isn't at the front anymore, it's down to the side. So the train I'm looking at is a 378204. So where it says 378221, that will be under the circular thing there, near that way. So it would be nice if we can get like that livery in the game as well, so it alternates or has certain train numbers have the certain liveries. This is a feature I know many players have been hoping for, and it adds a huge amount of authenticity and atmosphere to the overall experience. Development continues to focus on refinement, polish, and ensuring the route delivers the highest possible level of immersion and quality across the entire network. Brilliant. I can't wait to see that, and hopefully he does do an extension to Clapham Junction. If not, hopefully his next route will be Eastbourne to Ashford International, because somebody needs to do that. I don't care if it's DDG, Just Trains, although if Just Trains do it, please do it in the up-to-date now, not in the 80s. Incredible Trains, like after he's done the extension. I'm just trying to think who else. All aboard Studios, that's it. The only two I don't want to touch it is ATS, because I think they need more experience in route making and optimization. You know, I love the Manchester route, but the way it keeps pausing all the time is just really bad. Which is a shame, because I love going on that route, but it is immersion breaking. And of course, third developer that we've not heard for in ages is that really bad developer. They've done the odd really great route, the ones that done the Isle of Wight. I forget what they are called. Let me just put it up so I can get it right. Rivet Games, that's it, yes. Everybody's favourite Rivet Games. More wrongs than right when it comes to their routes, isn't it? But hopefully they don't touch that. The reason why I love this route so much is because, look, Eastbourne's already in the game. I don't think if someone takes it on And I mean, especially if it's the guys that done the Tunbridge route, that would be amazing if they did it. I mean, it'd be amazing if they do add the bit from Brighton to Eastbourne, update it. That'd be great if they do that. But the main bit I want is the Eastbourne to Ashford International. Ashford International, of course, is already in the game. St Leonard's Warriors Square is my old local station. I spent 7 years living down there, so it's a place that I'd love for them to actually see them do and make it right. We've got all the trains that are needed, the 171, the Southeastern and the Southern trains. They can do a line from Hastings up to Battle, at least. If they can't do it all the way up to Tunbridge, they can at least do it up to Battle, just to give a bit of variety to the route as well. But yeah, I'd love to see that. So next is Schaffenstruck Nuremberg to Augustadt from TSG, which I'm looking forward to this route as well. I do apologise for saying that wrong as well. We also checked in with TSG development team on their next route in development and a few new screenshots of their progress since last month. And look at that high-speed train. That looks so slick, don't it? I'd love to have a ride inside the ice train in first class. Such a beautiful train. This is the fastest ever German high-speed route, boasting an incredible 300 km an hour running speed with the Ice 3 and Munich-Nuremberg Express. The route is famous for setting some speed records, as with the Taurus achieving 357 km/h on a test run. Enjoy the DBBR 101 with Munich-Nuremberg Express wagons and a cab car, as well as the DBBR 403 Ice 3 included on the route. Add-on is still add-on. Oh, and that's all we're getting for that. Okay, I thought that was going to give us a bit more then. And then add-on still in development. Add as a nod onto the project and developments. We haven't got any updates to share this month from the below add-ons, but they're still progressing with their respective teams and will aim to share more information when we have further updates. So you can see the ones there. Pause it if you want to read which ones. So state of game June 2026, updates and key improvements and development. This month we want to provide a summary and reflection of our development on the core improvements and key systems we've been tracking since we released Train Sim World, and sharing throughout details on what we're doing next. Blurred textures, positive learnings, optimizations ongoing. Our teams have been tackling optimizations as a priority since the plague of blurred visuals appearing in TSW started occurring, especially impacting some specific add-ons more than others. We discussed in detail that multiple factors led to texture quality dropping, usually forming from a combination of hardware memory limitations, optimization efficiency, and content implementation. And we've learned over the last few months how to more effectively work to stricter limitations, either from our Dovetail team or by working with our talented third-party development groups, and fundamentally sharing those learnings across the teams. To be clear, our working on bettering optimizations will remain a top priority. However, we are happy to have made progress, and many of our recent releases have proven that we can work to mitigate this issue. The goal remains the same, but moving forwards, we'll look at discussing other key topics in our state of the game updates and coming back to optimizations when we have a larger update and details to bring to you. Add-on mounting optimizations ongoing. Our development into smarter content loading optimizations is continuing, but taking longer than we initially anticipated. It works in tandem in general optimization updates, with the goal of lowering the sizes of dependent content with layered add-ons to avoid instances where certain content fails to load when crossing over these platforms-based limitations. We aim to bring more news on these improvements when we've got details worth highlighting. Note from Senior Community Manager Alex: I'd like to keep exploring topics and discussions around the state of the game and ensure this is a segment we continue each month, so that we remain communicative and honest to you all across the community and help bring you a clear insight into what priorities we're making for Train Sim World. Are there any topics you'd like to hear us discuss next? Feel free to comment on the Roadmap blog via the forums, Discord, or chat to us on the Roadmap live streams to share your thoughts. So patches and updates. Recent Train Sim World 6 patches. Great Western Express and Riviera Line, May 5th. A small update for Great Western Express and the Riviera Line to address a couple timetable and scenario issues. New York Stanford, May 12th. A moderate update with fixes and improvements to the New York Stanford route, including improvements to the M8, other rolling stock, route visuals, audio, and more. TSW 6 core update, May 28th. Our recent major update with a range of new improvements across a range of content, including the BR Class 805, Birmingham Crew, Dresden Lisbeck, DBBR 147, Great Western Express, Frankfurt S-Bahn, Frankfurt Folder, and more. TSW 6 core updates June 3rd. A recent hotfix to address TSW game crashes when launching the game, particularly on PS4 platforms following from our previous core updates. So upcoming updates. Coming up in June, we've outlined some key dates for us to release a range of improvements that we've been testing from multiple of our development partners and lining these up as core updates alongside a range of fixes from your community feedback. We're hoping this helps address the issues you've identified and helps us evaluate your experience with a range of content across this month. We don't have specific details on what is included in each update, but we can provide some tentative dates that we are currently working towards and some notes of these purpose of each update. Please note that these dates may change due to testing timelines and unforeseen circumstances, and we'll aim to keep you informed. So, around June 16th, 2026, TSW 6 Core Update UK focus, including Class 90 updates, Riviera Line, West Coast Main Line South, Medway Valley Line, as well as expert DBBR 145 changes and more. Around June 23rd, 2026, TSW 6 core updates USA focus include Morrisontown Line, San Bernardino, as well as Fife Circle, Edinburgh to Glasgow, and more. And June 30th, 2026, TSW 6 core updates German focus includes Lesbeck Dresden, Frankfurt Folder, Ludwigbahn, Niddelbahn, Mittenwaldbahn, Expert BR 101, BR 194, and E94 Rail Tour Pack and more. This should outline our goals with the next few patches, and once we can confirm patch notes, we'll share these across community spaces. So BR Class 90 joint statement and next steps. Last week we shared a joint statement with the ATS development team regarding the BR Class 90 with an apology for the quality of the add-on on its release, outlining the missteps from both our teams and what progress we're changing to avoid this from happening again in future. We also provided a range of details about the updates you can expect, aiming to align with the June 16th updates noted above. Here's a top-level summary of the changes ATS are aiming to make in this full Class 90 update. Safety systems and controller bindings, AWS TPWS DSD, overhauled speed set system, tandem operations and brake logic, audio adjustment and loop overhauls, testing and optimization including core code optimizations to improve overall performance. There will be more changes alongside these key areas, and we'll share the full patch notes alongside our update in mid-June. Moving forward and lessons learned. Both DDG and ATS remain fully committed to hearing your additional feedback following this update and ensuring that any remaining areas are identified and worked into subsequent updates if required. Whilst the development has been challenging for both ourselves and DDG, learning the finer details of Simulgraph and Unreal Engine have been steps on this journey, and DDG have been reviewing the available documentation support and process they can offer new developers. We believe the lessons we've learned will make our future projects together stronger. We look forward both future improvements and add-ons with all the above in mind. Thank you all for sharing your feedback, for holding us to account, and for your patience while we work to make this add-on right. We will keep you updated with additional communications as soon as the build is ready for deployment. Then we've got the community corner, the June 2026 Masters Challenge. For the sticker, play free roam for 10 minutes and collect 6 collectibles. And for tier 2, complete 12 scenarios, timetable tutorials, gain 80,000 XP and complete 3 scenarios. So, and then you get the visit the UK poster for that. You can complete the third part of that with the first part of that with tier 2, because you got to complete 12 scenarios, timetables, and tutorials, or tutorials. So they didn't put a space between timetables or tutorials. Again, nobody proofreads all this. It's ridiculous. So if you do 3 scenarios, you've already completed not only the 3 scenarios at the bottom, but you complete the first part. You've completed a little bit of the first part, which says you've got to do 12 scenarios. So June 2026 Rail Shots competition are now open. So here are the winners of Maze. The June 2026 Rail Shots competition theme is Pride on the Railways. We're taking pride further with this theme. What gives you a sense of pride on the railways? Is it a particular loco or train? A livery you've designed yourself? Send us your screenshots in the Rail Shots section on either the forum or the Dovetail Discord, and you could be in with winning an add-on of your choice, along with having your screenshots shared on our socials. Please only send 1 entry per theme and make sure your screenshots haven't been edited to keep it fair to other competitors. Go to the YouTube Railfan TV Transient World YouTube channel to watch the roadmap from Alex and Matt. You won't be able to ask questions, obviously, if you've missed a live, which if you're watching this, then you obviously have missed a live. But you can watch everything that was said and shown on that roadmap on their YouTube channel. And then it's just the join the Dovetail Discord and all that. And yeah, there you go. I did say we'll watch the Just Trains video, didn't we, to close things off? So let's have a look at that. Oh, we're going to go all the way up here. All the way up here. Oh, there it is. There we go. Let's put it on the big screen. Hopefully, this ain't copyrighted music. I don't know why there's people. If you look towards the left of the screen, there's a bus stop. If you go away from the track and look towards the red and white cars, then over the fence you've got a bus stop. There's people waiting at that bus stop, but that road is closed. If you follow the road round, it's actually closed and blocked off. So why is there people waiting at that bus stop? So already you can see trains coming along the main line here. We saw a train go under, and there's another train on the upper part of the section coming from a different part of the route. What I'm actually going to do is turn the sound down because I don't want to get copyrighted. Don't know what station this is at. We're at here. The people I've noticed, they're not moving. Like they're not moving away, but they are like moving slightly. Not a lot of people can get. I've just noticed as well. Not a lot of people can get into the car park or the train station either because that's blocked off as well. Oh, okay, so up on this upper area here, if you look at this train line that goes under the station, it goes up to this upper area here where there's sidings. I don't know if you can get past that either, but that also goes round and goes along the upper part of the frame here and then joins onto the main line. And also those sidings up there, you can also come onto the main line here from there as well. So there's a lot to look out for as well. Oh, here comes a train. Is it going under? Oh no, it's going across that way. And then another passenger one there as well. A train on its own, a loco on its own even. Oh, we've got some paces as well. Some express trains. Some locos on their own as well, as well as freight trains. See the shadows moving along as time moves along. Time's moving along, but those clouds aren't moving really fast, are they? I want to know what station that is. Not that I'd be able to get out there, but I was thinking that would be a great place to do trains, take some train videos, wouldn't it? If you're standing at the platforms and you can see the trains that go under. So yeah, I'd love to know what station that is. Definitely have to watch. Normally I don't watch routes before they come out, but because it'll probably be such a long time before I get this route, I will watch Train Sim TV and British Aces videos of doing this. I can see trains waiting at the lights as well as other trains pass up on the near upper right. Our train's waiting for permission to pass. A train just came into the sidings there. You got locos moving on their own as well without any. It's just gone into the yard up there. Another train there moving into the sidings, and then the loco leaving. I think he's doing. I think he's bringing other stock into the sidings. So he has to do run rounds. Might have been that train that's just gone into the upper left hand side. Got a freight train waiting to go past. So you've got a pace to go down. But yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it? I it I I wish it's something that I could get straight away. But route set in the 80s isn't my top priority. I mean, I'm behind on getting train add-ons as it is due to money constraints. I'm not a rich person by any means. I am very, very poor. And I don't make any money off my videos on this YouTube or my other YouTube. and I'm very limited of what I can actually buy. There are other games that I buy, not just on the PC, on Steam, but on the PlayStation as well. I mean, Chicago Line for ATS as Chicago Line. Chicago has come out for ATS, and I still haven't got that yet. I've still not got the British Rail 802 yet, or Great British Rail 802, which I really want to get. I ain't been able to get that yet. So I'm trying to save up for Bus Sim 27 as well. As there is no decent Bus Sim games out at the moment. Busbound was an ultimate disaster. But enough about that. We're not talking about that, are we? Yeah, so that's it for the Train Sim World 6 roadmap for June 2026. Again, check out my West Coast Mainline Trent Valley article that I did a couple of days ago to understand why I wasn't around to do the map for April and May. Hopefully back to doing regular Train Sim World roadmaps when they come out. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe with the bell notification to go up to date with all future content, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye for now, and take care.